want to help me with any comments about the direction or?
Microphone, please.
Is that a microphone
It's not on.
Yes, we're on.
Well, I guess the first thing I would say is that the county commission's role in the library board is very limited. All we can do is comply with the statutes. The statute provides that the library board is a joint venture between each of the municipalities here in the county and the county commission. And what the county's role is, basically, they do some funding, just as each participating municipality does funding. We send it to the library board, and then it's up to them to decide how they're going to use those funds. We do have a role in appointing, as each participating governmental entity has a role to appoint members to the library board, but that's it. You know, what happens beyond that is questions for the library board. So I'm not quite certain. I sent Mr. Blevins a letter, I think it was on Thursday, asking what particular questions were going to be raised, so that at least we'd be in a position to make an informed comment. I'm not quite certain what questions you guys have. I'm beyond the county commission. Now, their role is basically what I said. We don't have any other authority. We don't control who they get to hire, who they don't get to hire, what budgets or what amount of money they appropriate to each library within the library board. That's their decisions. We're a joint venture, and they are their own independent entity, and so that's about all I have to say. And again, I don't know, without being being placed on notice of what questions and what the issues were and what the topics were we will be discussing. I just don't know what benefit myself or the county commissioner are going to be this evening.
Do you need this?
Well, yeah.
Oh, he's got it.
So, I'm special counsel for the South Pittsburg City Commission in regard to the library. And Mr. Davis is right. I do want to point out that the South Pittsburg Board has voted to withdraw from the Marion County Library Operating Agreement. However, the board has not reduced that to the form of resolution. So, as I told them, they're not them, but they're in purgatory, basically. They're in between places. And before one question that was raised, if they stay in, your previous resolution was contingent on them withdrawing. So they have halfway done. If they choose not to reduce that to a resolution, then would your previous resolution of funding be void? So
the resolution
resolution.
gave if and or else.
Right.
So it gave the option if the city of South Pittsburg wanted to stay in it, that would be absolutely fine. We would still be giving the board, the library board, the same amount of money. If they withdrew, they would get $95,300, I believe.
Speak into the mic, please.
It's not
We
working.
can't
I
hear
think
you.
it's 97.
97.
Yeah.
So the only thing that I think, not to violate the Open Meetings Act as well, the only thing that we can really discuss is that resolution itself of what we agreed to divide equally outside of Mount Eagle, those funds. It's the only thing we can really talk about.
The board raised a question, and this might be, and Mr. Mayor and board, they're in the back, not because they're shunned, I think that's what I met with them. But anyway, if they were to stay in the operating agreement, and there are only two library boards, or two libraries rather, would there be an executive director and a director?
As
As
my
there is
reason,
now.
I think that's their decision, and they would have to pay for them. So their amount of money would go for the executive director and a director, they have to pay that.
You know, the statute's pretty clear. The statute is pretty clear that we don't get into who the library administrator is. We don't get into what employees they hire. That is a library board decision. Again, they're their own independent entity, and for better or for worse, we don't get any say-so in regards to who they hire, and you know, as administrators or as assistants or anything along those lines. That is purely their decision.
The concern was, if City of South Pittsburg does stay in, I guess the gripe would be with the library board if they pay a director, because that's gonna cut into their funding. So, now my board members are here. Mayor Henson, is there anything I've not covered?
No, I think it's pretty clear to me. I've seen the numbers.
Can you repeat?
Yeah, what numbers has he seen though? What numbers have you seen? That's the big question.
Well, the numbers that you presented me weren't correct.
Oh, no, they're right.
No, sir.
You're wrong, Sean.
No, sir, it's not.
Let me stop right here.
$40,000.
We're not gonna have, this is a workshop that we need to move through in a orderly fashion, and the back and forth is not gonna get us there. That's part of the reason why we're in this situation, so.
Thank you, Commissioner Atkins. If you give me just a second, let me
Absolutely,
go
yes,
back
sir.
here and talk with them just a second.
Absolutely.
Come on, tell them. It's $97,533. Tell them. Tell everybody. Tell them.
He just did.
You can't hear? Can't hear you.
Okay.
He can't hear you.
We don't have anything to say for you, heard our attorney. We can't get, we're not in the arts. Can't be.
Right.
Arguments. Board, city board.
I agree. Sean don't believe numbers.
Numbers don't lie, liars can't count.
I can figure that.
Was it 1 penny? It was $97,500 and then 1 cent more to Whittle. And then $7,500 to Monty.
Correct.
And that's the end of our conversation, I think, for this commission. That's all we.
That's right.
But he won't listen. He won't listen.
I have a question for Mr. Davis or any of you for that matter. Since this is public funds that are being administered, is there a role that you all play in making sure there's audits done there? Or is that someone else's
Tennessee code,
responsibility?
they're supposed to give us an accounting after.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
By Tennessee code, they're supposed to give us an accounting of the money, how they spend it at the end of after the fiscal year's over with. They're supposed to give us, the county board, and to the mayor, where the money was spent.
And do you have that for the past?
I haven't seen one of them.
Never.
I haven't seen one of them.
I haven't seen one
I
either.
don't.
Are you receiving?
What'd you say?
Are you receiving those?
No.
No, ma'am. That's what we're saying. We haven't received those.
Right.
Well, is that an issue?
The issue that they're not in compliance with what the Tennessee code calls for.
Thank
Who
you.
who in the county is supposed to request those?
I don't think they're supposed to request it. They're supposed to actually get it to us, make sure we have a copy of it.
By law, they're supposed to provide it.
By law.
I didn't know if there was a time frame they have to, you know.
More likely after they've been audited, it'd probably be the time they would give it, should give it to us. if we ask
Are they
for a copy.
required to provide you with their formula for distribution? Or is that in some of their bylaws or their plans or?
Ben, are you asking for the amount that's being distributed in the resolution? Is that what your question is?
She's asking she's asking, as the library board sits right now, do they have to tell us their distribution methods?
Well, I think with the audit, that would tell us.
But we don't have an audit. Is that correct?
A report, we got an audit, but not a
I'm
report.
sure that after this meeting tonight, that we will get one of those. We'll make sure we get one every year.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
The auditors were at Arena Hunters Public Library today. They will be at South Pittsburg and at, Jasper. Well, I don't know about Jasper. They'll be in South Pittsburg tomorrow. So there is an audit every year. And maybe no one's asked for it, I don't know. because
I'm asking about an audit for the board who disperses the money, the funds.
Yes, ma'am, that's the
Yes,
question
yes.
she's answering.
Yes, each individual library is audited and the board is audited.
Could you talk to the microphone so we can hear you?
Who is she?
Kathy Black.
I'm Kathy Black. I'm the director at the Arena Humphreys Public Library. And each library is
She
audited
got
every
boxes?
year, usually in August, right about this time, after the July information is in. And the library board is also audited each year. So yes, they are
But
audited.
that's really not part of my question. The part of my question is, if you get $50,000 of the, whatever it is, 100,000, and somebody else gets 125, who decides that? And how is it done?
It's always been, as far as I know, I've only been the director like a little over 2 years. But as far as I know, it's always been divided in 3 parts.
Well, that's what I wanted to know, and if that is in the code. if
But
it's
they're not
written-
equal.
If it's written down somewhere that that's required.
No, it's not.
That's the way it's been done. It's been divided equally.
No, it hasn't.
That's
Are you
not-
on the board?
You get $6,000 more than South Pittsburg does.
No, no.
Oh, yes, you do.
All right.
I got the numbers. Good Lord.
Whipple does not get more than South Pittsburg.
You get $6,000 more.
Where did you get that number?
It's
Off
on
the
the
audit?
budget.
Off the budget?
Was it from the library board?
Yes, ma'am.
Uh,
Don't tell me I'm lying, because I'll prove it to you.
Okay.
I've got a copy right here.
And we got a copy right here. You wanna look at it?
Well, the question was asked, is it set by code? And no, it's not. The Tennessee Code annotated
I know who
simply,
sent it. Yeah.
simply gives the money to the board.
Look at
The
this.
Library,
Look at
Marion
this.
County Library Board of Trustees. They decide how much goes to
She gets
each
52, you get
each
58.
library and how they
You
spend the
get
money.
$6,000
We don't know
more.
what this one is.
There is, I'm not aware of any particular formula,
I
but
mean, it could be based on population, it could be based on
It's
inventory, it
$58.
could be
You got
based
an
on
extra
many
person.
things.
that's up to the library board.
Yeah, it's your salary.
If that's what it says. That's what it says in the bylaws or requirements.
Yes, sir. Mr. Atkins, members of the board, thank you for
That's
this.
the numbers.
The city
It's coming
board
from y'all.
questions are more directed toward the library board, and I appreciate you.
Absolutely. And I think, appreciate your you guys for being here.
We want to be transparent about the questions we're asking, and
Absolutely.
appreciate your time.
I think we would all benefit by being in a room together with the library board, where we would have a better understanding. I know that audits have been done in the past, and we'll wait for an invitation to meet with the group as a whole. Thank you. You guys have anything to adjourn? Motion to adjourn? Second.